In the past year, we've sent over 3 million cold emails to different industries, testing hundreds of different formats, angles, and ideas in the process. In today's video, I'll be breaking down our 5 best performing cold email campaign scripts that have generated our clients north of $650,000 in revenue and explain how you can adapt them to any industry. Most business owners have the wrong approach to writing an effective cold email, thinking that introducing yourself or talking about your founder that's ex-Microsoft or ex-Google or ex-Coinbase, talking about them when in reality, it's never been about them. It's always been about the business itself, the value you're providing, the clients you're also helping, and then who you're reaching out to. That's always the most critical thing. Another common mistake that I see from a lot of novices or individuals that aren't succeeding in the cold email world is that their emails are simply too long-winded, and the prospects don't have that energy or that time or that focus to read that email as they're going throughout the course of their day. They might see that email and go, oh, this looks interesting, I'll get back to it later on throughout the course of my day, but they never inevitably do, and you just end up drifting farther down that inbox without actually getting any clear results from your campaign. Or even worse, it's not clear or relevant as to what you're offering the business. The key to writing a highly effective cold email is this. 1, keep it short and professional. You ideally want to keep it under 80 characters there itself, and you want to have a very confident status frame. Now we'll talk around status frame throughout some other videos and conversations here. The dynamic we want to have is this business individual likely has a similar pain point because I know it exists in the industry and I've helped other people like it. Now we have the solution to that problem or that challenge. So together we can solve that challenge together and flourish together. Now, alternatively, what most salespeople do is they'll drift down in their status and position, right? So it's a salesperson trying to engage his business owner or his business stakeholder, and they consistently end up in the cycle of chasing that individual around. Now, by keeping our message short and professional, we can ensure that that frame is effective and that we're on a same status playing level. The next aspect is we want to really keep it personalized and targeted. I have another video on this channel that I'll hopefully just link down here in the bio, but the main focus is we want to be focused on them. It's not about us. It's never been about us or a business. It's about them and how we help other people like them. So utilize personalization to show that you know them, you know their business, and you know their pain points. We want to make it incredibly clear as to what you're offering and bring it to the table. Prospects are inundated with hundreds of emails, as I've just mentioned. We want to be so very crystal clear as to what you're doing and providing that it makes absolute sense as to how you'd impact their business with saving them time, money, energy, or resources. If you're not providing one of those 4 things, you likely need to reconsider your offer or just the way you're making that approach. So pay very close attention to these scripts because you will notice these same principles being applied to them and some creative techniques and strategies. So the first email template that we're going to look at here is one of my favorites. It's called the future state. And ideally what we're going to do is, hi, first name, I notice you oversee X position. So this might be operations, this might be finance. I notice you oversee finance. Are you currently struggling with common industry pain point, right? We're familiarizing ourselves again with that prospect by showing that we know their business and we know their world and the common pain points that we're dealing with. Next, right? We've been working with X industry to offer that solves that pain point, right? So we've been working with other marketing agencies to help them create more leads for their sales professionals, right? Or to help them have a full calendar of leads for their team. Picture this. And we take them step by step exactly through that process and then what that ideal outcome looks like in step 3. So for another organization we worked with, step 1 was we create a hyper-personalized video for your clients as they visit your website. Step 2, those clients ultimately end up converting and your organization's enterprise revenue increases by 30%. Step 3, you're invited onto a podcast to talk around how you're so successful at marketing, right? That's just an example, but continuing on the script here, that's not a fantasy. That's what we just did for 1 client and 2 clients. Are you totally opposed to me sharing a quick resource on how we did it? Now, the interesting thing here around the CTA is we're trying to make them say no, right? Whenever you can mentally get a prospect to say no, that means they're engaged and that they're listening to you. Now, what oftentimes happens is they don't say no. They say, or they do say no. Yes, please share that resource here with me. So it's a really creative tactic, but it'll ultimately drive a really high engagement there. Next is the observation. Hi, first name. I notice current problem that most of your clients have, right? You just talk around the world that they're previously engaging with before they ultimately ended up working with you, even though why it's so crucial, right? I noticed that most of our sales teams really don't have enough meetings on their calendar to hit quota, even though it's so important for the overall organizational growth. Decided to reach out because we recently helped similar case study achieve X result for Y similar company. We're now helping a handful of companies like yours achieve similar dream result, whatever that might be in relation to time, energy, money, or resources savings or impact in a positive scenario. Can I send you more information on this? Once again, with that CTA, notice how it's value driven. We're not asking for time immediately. We're saying, let me show you that I can give you resources that are going to make this more impactful, or show you an example as to how I did it that makes it so much more crystal clear, right? A lot of people are coming into people's inboxes now just asking you directly for time. The way that you're going to stand out and be different is by offering up resources and giving before you take. The givers will always win. Old but true. So this one is a go-to in all of the campaigns that we run. Every single client has this exact same. The reason why? It works for every campaign and every client. So I notice you oversee exposition. I'm sure you're dealing with, or you're struggling with, or you're frustrated with, and there's a bunch of ways that you can spin that first line. I recommend just throwing that in the chat GPT and having it spit out 4 to 5 other variations for you, and then you can spin text those examples. We establish industry as ideal outcome in time frame by unique mechanism. We establish restaurant brands as the premier dining establishment in Tampa within 90 days, utilizing a professionally designed website that includes table reservations and online ordering. We recently did this for similar case study. Mind if I send over a quick resources of how we did it? Or another CTA? Mind if I send over a few customer case studies as to how we did it? So those are just a few quick, easy impacts. But the real trigger here is we want to tie into, this is a future state, right? It's not like we help, it's we will do this. This is what you can expect when engaging with our services. Really powerful. Just really, it's simple, but it's true. So we'll see this sometimes on email 1, but we'll always include it on email 2 because it drives such a high reply rate. Another fan favorite of ours, and it really just depends on the industry, but this one has really worked regardless of industry, is hi first name. You do a personalized first line. Now you can do some personalized first lines based off of the industry itself, the persona. You could leverage AI, right? So there's a bunch of different techniques. Once again, I'll link that video down here in the description. In my experiences, businesses that reach this stage have their attention on goal 1 or goal 2. We've been providing unique solutions for companies like 1, 2, and 3 to solve that challenge. I don't suppose you'd have a few minutes to jump on a call and see if we can do the same for you. Now this one's a little bit different, so we're gonna embed this on step 2, but like it's very clear as to what we're going after. So let's pretend, right? Hi, first name, Troy. Congratulations on the Series A round of funding. In my experiences, businesses that reach this stage often have their attention on attracting high quality talent and establishing a fully built out sales team to enable future growth. We've been providing unique solutions for companies like 1, 2, and 3. I don't suppose you have a few minutes to jump on a call and see if we can do the same for you. Something simple like that, right? Make the personalization relate to what you're going to help them out with. Have that drive that connectivity, and whether that's on industry, persona, or challenges, that's exactly what you'll tap into and drive there. And lastly, a quick question. So you'll see this on email 3 typically, or on email 5 if we're doing a separate, subsequence later on. Hi, first name, quick question. Are you currently struggling with common industry pain point? If so, I have an idea I'd like to get your opinion on. Everyone loves to give their opinion, all right? There's nothing worse than unsolicited advice, but everyone seems to offer it, especially with opinions as well. So another one I like to use is, are you still looking for, if we want to go more positive here, are you still looking to solve X? Are you still looking to do positive outcome? If so, I have a few ideas, right? So there's a few different ways that you can spin that. But those are really the top favorite 5 that I like to use to really drive high impacts for our clients across all industries. These scripts are just one of the steps to actually achieving results like this. We created a step-by-step swipe file explaining how you can achieve similar results from crafting your offers to ultimately launching the campaigns. If you want to get access to them, click on the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in this video.